This morning, I'll probably wipe the fuel off of that underneath the fuel tank and at least fire it up and try to test the charging system. I had a battery warning light flashing yesterday. I did start the bike up briefly and had a battery flashing light, and so I'm not exactly sure what that is. But I'll test this charging system this morning. After I do that, I will go ahead and bleed the brakes. I'll go ahead and order the new gasket for the underside of the gas tank and a new fuel filter as well. So again, this is the start of day 2. I haven't done anything yet, but those are on the agenda for today.
First test drive after snugging everything up on the carburetors, and I haven't checked the spark plugs or anything yet, but it really cleans up above 5. Clutch still slips a little bit, not like it was. Yeah, this thing pulls hard. Yeah, it's really cleaning up. Nice, thank God.
Well, that was the first test drive since I've started working on it. I definitely started to clean up the longer I rode it, but I definitely don't want to ride it far from the house at this point. The fuel tank is leaking just a hair. So I'm on my way right now. I'm going to go grab a gasket for that. I'll continue on with the project. Okay, we are still on day 2. I finally got the gas tank drained and removed. And when I checked out the airbox, this is just a piece of rubber only held on by these 2 bolts. And it is not holding the air filter in place, and it is also not making any kind of proper seal on the top of the airbox. Basically, we just needed the lid here to the airbox, and that should hold the actual filter in place. The filter itself looks good, it just wasn't really doing anything because it's not held in place, and there's no seal on the top of the airbox to actually draw air in from where it's supposed to come from. On the underside of the gas tank, I mounted the new rubber gasket where the gas gauge mounts underneath the center. So that's taken care of. I messed around with it, cleaned the gas gauge while it was out until I was getting the correct resistance readings on that. So hopefully my gas gauge will work now. I still haven't bled out the front brakes. I may do that yet today. I'm going to pull this cover and I'm going to see if I can get to the clutch push rod from this side, pull it out, make sure it is clean and free of any junk that would keep it from sliding back and forth nicely. I also have a new clutch. I just put a new clutch cable and throttle cable on order today, along with the new fuel filter. Couple other things I need to call back and see if I can get the airbox top there, but she shows promise when she starts to pull, if she pulls hard, and so we're gonna keep going at it. I may pick up, I looked at a frame with a swing arm and shock linkage and everything, and I may pick that up. I really want to get this bike kind of running 100% and to my liking before I put that kind of money into it, as far as picking up another frame just for the rear swing arm and everything. But she's coming along. Another thing that's kind of goofy, when I put this kickstand up, it blocks most of my shifter, so I can just barely shift with the edge of my toe. and it doesn't work with my wide sneakers. So I'm gonna try riding this with my riding boots and see if that makes a difference and I can shift this easier. But right now it's a real beast to shift. It's just hilarious to me what people do to make their bike look faster. A lot of times it actually makes the bike slower because you lose controllability with it. But it seems to run good. Again, as I'm going through it, I'm just finding a lot of little things that aren't right and contribute to it not running right. So I think once we get that airbox completely situated, I think that's really going to help with the way the bike runs, and we will go from there. I will keep you updated. Like I say, I may bleed the brakes today. This bike has anti-dive. One of the things that sets this bike apart. In the mid-80s, bikes got a lot more complex, and they added things like the anti-dive units, which is this, and what it's supposed to do is change into damping in your shock absorbers when you hit your brakes hard, and it runs on the same brake fluid, so the harder you press your brakes, I guess it's supposed to change your damping. But what that means is on each side here, I'm gonna have to bleed 3 different bleeder valves. I've got a top one here, I've got the one at the brakes here, and I've got the one at the anti-dive. So I am probably going to work my way down. I'm going to go from side to side, start with these top ones, bleed these out. Then I'll probably work my way to this one, bleed these out, and then the last ones I'll bleed out are these actual brake calipers themselves. But instead of just having 1 bleeder valve on each side, now I've got 3. So it just makes, when you bleed your brakes, you got to be super careful, not get brake fluid all over the bike, and to have to do it 3 times on each side, you just have to be slow, steady, and careful when you do it. But we'll continue the process here. Day 2 has been completed on the ZX 1100 GPZ project here, and what I've done is I've actually removed the fairing to keep it from stressing this crack too much. You can see right there, hopefully you can see right there that there's a crack in the subframe here, so I'll have to pull that off and have it welded or get a new subframe. I'm not sure which yet, but in the meantime I did unplug these little plugs and put a set of mirrors on the bike. I have completely bled out the brake system and the anti-dive system. I have lubricated the clutch cable completely. I have pulled out the clutch rod shaft and lubricated that and put everything back together. The action is freer, but I do have a new clutch cable on order, so I'll install that when I get it. I also, on day 2, finished up the airbox. I've got the air filter properly held in place now, where it's actually doing some good. It was just laying in the bottom of the airbox previously. I will keep you informed on the project here, but that kind of wraps up where I am on day 2 and starting into day 3 of the project.